Mario is dead, and it's up to us to figure out who killed Mario. Thunder strikes, the wind howls, rain pelts viciously on worn stone streets. Little toads are tucked into bed with the fluffy blankets and warm goodnight kisses from their parents. Everyone in the Mushroom Kingdom looks outside their window with soft wonder and great appreciation for the fact that they have shelter, shielded from the elements. Everyone except one creature who stands outside in the pouring rain, a cell phone in the crook of his shoulder with a fist balled up, ready to strike. Bowser! Talking to Goomba. He can't get into the Mario Party? Knock again, boss. Ugh. I don't think anyone is coming.
Don't say that. They probably just didn't hear you knocking.
The lights are off. Is anyone even home?
You're sure it's the right place?
Yeah. The invitation said Luigi's Mansion. I'm pretty sure this is the only Luigi's Mansion around.
So maybe they're saving money on electricity right now. Daisy loves her candles.
I don't know. I think I should just leave. They probably don't want me here anyway.
Stop that. Don't say that. You were invited to the Mario Party this time. It's not like the other times where you're busted in unannounced.
Why? Nobody's coming to the door then.
Because you're late. They probably thought you weren't coming.
Because I was cleaning up your mess at work.
And I thank you immensely for that, truly. That doesn't make you any less late for this party, though.
Suddenly, the windows of light of the creepy mansion beamed warm electricity filled with light. Oh, the lights are on.
Now, you know for sure that someone's home.
But I don't think I even want to go in now. I'm sure they hate me. I was invited as a formality.
What is this? A pity party? Pull yourself together. You are Bowser, okay? King of the Koopas, Lord of the Awesome, the beefiest, burliest, grade A prime final cut boss, dude.
Yeah, you're right. Why am I even standing out here in the rain?
Exactly, man, exactly. Screw the knocking.
I should just kick in the door and show them who's boss.
Well, I don't know if...
On 3. 1, 2... Suddenly, Bowser hears a scream from the inside. Peach?
Kick down the door now! Kick down the door!
Bowser kicks down the door, running through the mansion towards the source of the screaming. I'm coming, Peaches! Don't worry! Bowser rushes into the room where the screaming is coming from. He spots Daisy running in as well from what appears to be the dining room, stopping in her tracks as she realizes what Peach is screaming about. Mario's lays face down on the floor, lifeless, blood pooling around his signature red cap. Peach kneels next to him, dramatically flailing, while she attempts to perform CPR on his back, careful to not damage her nails.
Bowser, hello, everything okay?
He's dead. Mario's dead. The statement seems to make Peach scream even louder and attempt to resuscitate Mario even more. Mario! I think you're gonna have to flip him over for that to work. Peach does not appear to be taking criticism right now, instead opting to even more violently beat on Mario's spine.
What's going on, Mario?
Luigi and Waluigi appeared from the door together. They look disheveled and out of breath. Luigi falls to his knees and begins to sob. Mario? Waluigi begins to pat Luigi's back with his eyes still fixed on the plumbing tycoon's lifeless body.
Why, what happened here?
Rosalina rushes into the room. Her Luma is shining brightly and floating around at her side. What's going on? Is everyone okay? No. Someone killed Mario. Oh, that's not good. Does anyone have a one-up mushroom, anyone? Everyone checks the pockets and purses except for Peach, who continues to chip away at Mario's back.
I have one.
Where are you? Can you come here?
Oh, I live like an hour away. I just wanted to let you know I had one.
I'm gonna hang up on you now, Goomba.
Wait. No, this is exciting. I don't have anything going on.
Everyone crowds to huddle around the now deceased Italian plumber with morbid curiosity, not speaking for a few moments. They stare at his bleeding corpse with their mouths agape in horror, the reality of the situation dawning on them. Everyone save for Peach is at least who continues to throw herself at Mario's back.
Who could have done this?
Everyone turns to look at Bowser. I think it's obvious who... It was me this time, I just got here!
You expect all of us to believe that?
Do I look like I've been inside murdering Mario? Bowser spins around in a small pirouette, splashing everyone with rainwater that was collected in the brim of his top hat. This sprinkles everyone in the near vicinity with rainwater, save for Waluigi, who gets absolutely doused. He sputters and begins to blink rapidly.
Ah! Why would you do that? We can already see that you're drenched.
See? My point stands, Waluigi agrees I was outside.
That is not at all what I said.
It's still very suspicious that the night Mario dies is the first time you've ever been invited to the Mario Party, you know, given your history. I don't know how else I could spell it out to you. I was outside in the pouring rain.
Bet you wish you stayed at home and left Mario alone now, don't you?
I definitely wish I stayed home.
But what about quiet?
Everyone turns to face Peach. She has given up on hitting Mario until he magically becomes alive again, and now sits in a slump with her palms on the ground. Everyone just let me say goodbye to my husband alone, please. Of course, let's give Peach some space, everyone. Let's go ahead and ring the pianata. Police to report Bowser's crimes. She begins digging around her overstuffed purse, attempting to find her cell phone without spilling any of its contents. I'm right here. I can hear you.
Peach, he's my brother too. Could I stay as everybody out now?
Hold on, Luigi hon. I think you should stay if you need.
Right. Sorry. Yes, I'm leaving. Yes, sorry.
Everyone hurriedly makes their way out of the room in a relatively normal and orderly fashion, save for Luigi, who runs headfirst into a wall in his desperate attempt to flee the room as soon as possible.
Oh, careful there.
You okay, babe? Luigi's eyes quickly dart between Daisy and Waluigi. His pupils waver frantically, like a deer caught in headlights.
Yes, no, my brother just died. I'm going to the bathroom, I think.
He stumbles out of the room, clipping the wall with his shoulder in a rush to leave. Bowser notices that everyone quickly scurries off away from him, giving him a sidelong glances as they quickly make the distance between him and themselves. Wow, they really do think I did it, huh? His phone rings. Bowser sighs and lifts it to his ear.
What happened? Tell me everything. Did you find out who killed Mario?
Nah, they think I did it. They're calling the Pinata police and everything.
Well, did you?
What? No, of course not. I've been on the phone with you for the past hour.
I don't know. It just seems like a you kind of thing, given your history.
Why does everyone keep... Okay, listen. If we're going to kill Mario, I would make sure everyone knew it, that it was me. I wouldn't even try to hide it.
That's a good point. You probably wouldn't shut up about it.
Plus, I'm past that now. I'm like reformed. I'm good now.
You were trying to kick down the door like 5 minutes ago because they didn't hear you knock 2 times.
But that would have been awesome.
It definitely would have been super duper awesome, but I don't know how much Luigi would love replacing the door. I guess he has to do it anyway, huh? Since you did end up kicking it down to save Peach.
Yeah, look at where that got me. I should have just trusted my gut and left. There's no way I can convince them that I didn't do it. With my history or whatever.
What if you found out who the real killer was, though? Maybe if you find out that before you get arrested, you can clear your name.
That's an idea. I'm a smart guy. I could probably crack this thing wide open.
Yeah, that's the Bowser I know.
And then everyone would stop hating me, and I could finally be a real part of the good guys. And I'd get invited to all the cookouts and games and parties, and I could finally have friends that are, well, I could have different friends. And still have you as the minion crew as my friends too, you know, we still talk.
Yeah, sure, that too. What do you know so far?
Seems like the power went out at some point, and then in the dark, Mario was murdered.
Cool. You're probably going to have to get some more info about that. Who seems the most suspicious?
The journal button has been unlocked for testimonials and character profiles. So we have 5 suspects here. We know Luigi and Waluigi were in a rush and they were kind of out of breath when they got there. So one of them might be involved. And then we also have Daisy, Peach, and Rosalina, who were near the body when it all happened. I don't think it was Peach, but maybe it was Peach. Maybe she was mad. Maybe it was Luigi and Peach working together. But since I do think it was Luigi who turned off the lights, I'm going to say it was Daisy and Peach together. First guess, Let's see if we can get it right. But let's go look on Luigi. What was he doing? Luigi, he was acting really suspicious earlier as we were leaving the murder room.
What did he do?
He ran into the wall and was looking at Daisy and Waluigi really nervously.
Isn't that how Luigi always is?
You weren't there. It was weird. I feel like something's going on with him.
Okay, if you say so.
Bowser storms down the hallway and Goomba's chattering away on the speaker, hoping to reveal the secrets of the man in green is hiding. In his search for Luigi, Bowser has exhausted what he thinks is a very single possible room he could be in. Bathroom? Nope. Dining? Not a chance. With the rubble of his once previously pristine door, Bowser checked twice. Still no Luigi. Where is this guy? I thought he said he was going to the bathroom, but he's not there, and he's not in the dining room or in the hallway or anything. It's like he turned into a boo and faded away.
Maybe he ran off.
That would be bad.
Maybe you'd be off the hook, though.
You think?
Luigi running off in the rain reads as pretty guilty behavior.
I feel like they still find a way to arrest me somehow.
That's very likely.
Bowser walks into a bedroom on the top floor of the enormous 4-story mansion with its plastered in Mario memorabilia, posters, figurines, which sits in the heaps on the floor. Only a tiny spot of the room seems to be devoid of this Mario fanaticism, and that is where the bed is. Okay, here's the plan. If I can't find him, I run out the front door and hope the police can't track me down.
You think that he's that important? He's just Luigi.
I know he's that important. There's something going on with him, and... Suddenly, one of the Mario heaps twitches, just barely, but it's just enough to catch Bowser's eye and stop him from talking.
What is it?
Over there, something just moved.
I can't see anything, remember?
Shut up. I'm going to see what it is.
Describe it in detail when you figure out what's going on, please. I'm trying to solve this too.
Bowser begins to take a slow step towards the suspicious mound of Mario collectibles. Before his foot even touches the ground, though, it busts apart.
Don't kill me. I'm begging you, please don't kill me.
Whoa, slow down. What?
You're gonna try to kill me just like you killed my bro.
I didn't kill Mario.
Please don't hurt me.
See? I told you, he's useless.
Shut up, Goomba.
Jeez, Luigi, I'm not gonna hurt you. I just want to ask you some...
I'm gonna die.
No, you're not. Luigi, listen to me. Something seems to break inside Bowser, a bit of his rage. He has been struggling to hold in peeks through his new good guy persona. Bowser roaring seems to have shut Luigi up momentarily. He stands there, tears streaming down his cheeks in shock. I'm not going to kill you, okay? I just need to ask you some questions. Luigi nods rapidly in such a violently agreeable way that his bow tie almost falls off his neck. He has to grip it with his hands to keep it on. Good. Okay. Thank you for listening. Sorry for roaring at you.
It's all good, man. What do you want to know?
Okay. So I'm starting to think Luigi had nothing to do with this, but Luigi did shut off the lights maybe to help somebody. So let's see what's his alibi. He flinches.
What's the alibi?
Come on, man.
Where were you when the murder happened?
I was alone, definitely alone. I was crying and I was scared because it was dark.
That actually seems exactly what you would be doing.
Because it was what I was doing. How did you get there? Who were you with before the lights turned off?
No one. I was with no one.
You were alone before the lights turned off.
No, sorry. I was misunderstanding your question. I thought you said the lights were up.
Were you or were you not with people before the power went out?
I was with people before, but not while it was dark or after I was alone. We are aware that you were alone during the blackout, Luigi.
Good. Is that all you have to say about it? You were with people when the lights were on and then you were alone when it was dark. Luigi, he doesn't even know. I've been trying to solve this murder for your bro, Luigi. If you saw something, you should share.
Didn't you murder him, though?
Bowser lets out a sigh. Come on, dude, please.
We were all together in the dining room. Then the power went out. We sent Rosalina to go find the fuse box, since she had the only light with her.
Luma, huh?
I don't know where it was because my house is really big. I tried to follow her and tried to help, but she slipped off. I didn't think I got lost.
Were you lost the whole time the power went out?
Yes.
And how long was that for?
About an hour, I think.
You got lost for an entire hour? Isn't this your house? How did you not find anyone? Luigi begins to breathe heavily. Luigi, you okay there, man? Luigi's eyes begin to bulge out of his head slightly.
It sounds like he's hyperventilating.
Don't pass out on me. The last thing I need is for you to pass out on me. Calm down. Luigi begins to froth at the mouth. His face begins to turn red. Luigi's face instantly becomes its normal pallor. He takes a deep breath, sigh of relief.
I think he told us he's all he can. Let's stop making him think so hard.
See? That wasn't so hard, pal. Luigi attempts to smile. Yeah, pal. His eyes are darting to the door. He's ready to scurry out the moment Bowser strikes. Okay, so I think his alibi does check out. So maybe it was Waluigi, because Waluigi was also out of breath. So let's ask about them. What's going on with you, Daisy, and Waluigi? Luigi starts to quiver rapidly, his eyes widening.
Waluigi? Who's Waluigi?
I asked about all of them.
Oh, yeah. Who's asking?
I'm asking you. Oh, there's a moment where Luigi and Bowser just stare at each other in silence.
What's happening? Why is everyone quiet now?
Does anyone know if there's water in here? Is this your house, Luigi? All right. Another pause. Bowser gets the feeling he probably won't learn much about this from asking Luigi directly, besides the fact that Luigi is clearly hiding something. Won't even acknowledge Waluigi, which is very suspicious. Never mind, forget I said anything. Luigi's shoulders immediately relax, dropping about 2 inches in height. Okay, cool. Well, I don't think we're going to get any info from the other ones, but let's just go ahead and do those. Do you mind if I take a look around? Not at all. Bowser scans the Mario-laden room for any type of clues, his eyes immediately drawn to a patch of the exposed wall, which looks bare compared to the overwhelmingly covered rest of the room. Looking closer, Bowser realizes this is a panel for the fuse box. The fuse box is in the room. Oh, that's where it was the whole time. Why were you in here, huh? So Rosalina must have found it here then. Bowser moves his gaze elsewhere, just about to call his search quits and asks Luigi a few more questions. Yet another smaller break in the Mario horde catches his eye. Inspecting the break reveals an odd patch of wood in Luigi's otherwise absolutely covered with Mario-related things desk. A ring of dust sits neatly in between the mess. Did something used to be here on this spot on the desk? Luigi follows Bowser's gaze. Yeah, actually, that was where my golden pipe was. Luigi looks legitimately upset. He falls to his knees and squeezes himself under the desk, searching on the ground for the item. Did you move it? No, it always sits right here on the desk. It's really expensive. I'll help you look. Bowser and Luigi began to turn the room upside down, at least, as much as they could in the Mario-themed jumble of the stuff covered in most of the area. Through doing this, they find 2 more dust outlines associated with missing expensive Luigi items, a double star card, and a hidden block. The later item was extremely hard for them to track down, but they managed to find it. Someone came here and stole all the stuff that was yours. Luigi looks extremely distressed by this information. Why couldn't they have taken the Mario posters? Probably because your stuff was valuable. It doesn't look like they were grabbing stuff randomly. They knew what to take. Well, I hope they like those things. I know I did.
Don't worry, Luigi. We'll probably end up finding those things for you.
Really? It's probably linked to the case somehow. So we'll track it down, probably. Luigi looks very much relieved by this. Oh, well, thank you. That would be really great. Don't get too excited, but you're welcome in advance. Ring of dust added to journal. Maybe Luigi was paying somebody with those items? They were all in cahoots together. They all killed Mario. I don't know. Okay. I'm sorry about your brother. I'm sorry too. I don't know why you killed him. I feel like I'm a broken record here. Sorry, I'm just history. I know. Everyone's a historian now. Mario was a good pro. I'll miss him. Bowser takes a look around the room, taking in all the Mario merchandise. He really must have been some guy for you to decorate an entire room in your house just honoring him.
Is that what this room is full of? I wouldn't know because you didn't describe any details to me like I asked earlier.
Luigi laughs at this, which seems to momentarily melt some of his fear. Actually, he set this all up. Every room in the house is a little bit like this, but this one is my bedroom, so it basically has the most stuff. He really took a lot of pride in all the good that he was doing. So he told me I should look at it every day and be inspired by his coolness. Mario's probably dead because he just overwhelmed Luigi. He didn't ask you first. He just filled your own house with his stuff. I didn't have a problem with it or anything. But no, he didn't ask. Oh, okay. From the way he says the last part, Bowser gets the feeling that maybe Luigi did have a little bit of a problem with it. He sounds like he was a jerk to you. It seems to strike the fear back in Luigi's mannerisms. No, he's super nice. Name one nice thing he's done for you in the past 5 years. Luigi stands quietly for 10 seconds, seemingly attempting to give Bowser's request a good hard think before sighing. Daisy says the same thing. What? That your brother's a jerk? Basically, and I don't know. I must have known him for a long time, you know. He's my bro. I'll love him forever. But he's definitely... He pauses for the moment, as if looking for the right words to use. He used to be such a good bro, always looking out for me, fighting the bad guys like you. But after some time, it just didn't seem like he lost sight of who he was. He didn't seem like the bro I knew anymore. So you killed him. Daisy kept trying to get me to tell him off to bring the old Mario back, but he starts to tear up again. I just didn't have it in me to let him know that he needed a change, and now he's dead and I can't tell him anything anymore. That sounds really rough. Bowser's lack of, I think it's Daisy, being able to read the room with any kind of empathy seems to sober Luigi up from his emotional state and get him back to being frightened. Anything else you want to know? I'll tell you anything. I think Daisy killed Mario for Luigi, but without Luigi's consent to do it. Luigi doesn't have anything to do with this, except, you know, the one that was being punished by Mario's overwhelming desire to show all his memorabilia in his house. All right, that is it for now, Luigi. If anybody asks where I am, tell them I'm grieving and I just want to be left alone. He disappears back into the Mario figure pile from whence he came. Who are we talking to next? Interesting. So let's just get right to it and investigate Daisy. Daisy, it seems like she was the main person trying to pin the murder on me when we were all together.
So maybe she was trying to cover for herself.
I don't know, maybe. It also seems like something fishy is concerning her with Luigi and Waluigi.
Well, let's go see if we can find anything out.
Bowser steels himself, striding down the hallway in search of the Princess of Sarasaland, with Goomba on the line and the time until the arrest ticking down. After some searching, Bowser is able to track Daisy down in what seems to be some sort of hybrid library study. And what must be thousands of books adorned to the walls, with the center of the room featuring a large mahogany desk with a small painted glass lamp resting on its corner. Daisy doesn't seem to be very interested in the books or the desk, however. Luigi, where are you? Come over here. Did you check the bathroom? Daisy spins around to face Bowser, jumping in surprise. Whoa! Sorry, did I scare you? It's hard not to be scared of you. You're a big guy. True. And you killed Mario. Not true. What did you say about the bathroom? Luigi's probably in there. He said he was going to go there right before he left the crime scene, didn't he? Huh? You're way more observant than I thought you were. I get pretty observant in conversations when the topic is accusing me of murders I didn't do. Well, I checked the bathroom already, and there's no sign of him. So why the library then? Usually when he gets lost, I find him in here in the bathroom, or in the dining room, or in the trophy room, or well, he can get pretty much lost anywhere, actually. He must get pretty lost frequently. Yeah, all the time. So what now? Are you gonna kill me too? Relax. I just want to ask you some questions. What is your alibi? Who are you, Detective Pikachu?
No, he's Detective Awesome Lord, the beefiest, most crunchiest Koopa King ever.
Yeah, what Goomba said. You know, pretending to try and solve this case doesn't make you any less suspicious, right? Daisy, come on, just tell me. Sure, I have no problem saying it. I was just wanted to let you know that you're wasting your time first. So this morning I woke up at probably 8:30. Normally I wake up around 7:30, an hour earlier, but I decided to treat myself a little bit extra sleep because I knew I would have to be getting ready for the party. Luigi, you could skip the morning. Just tell me what you were doing once the lights turned off. But isn't all the information important? Sorry. What if the killer poisoned Mario 5 hours before, and then it didn't set in until later? He didn't look like he was poisoned. He looked like he got hit with something on the head. Hard enough to make his blood pool around the carpet. Well, what if he got hit on the head by one person, but someone else poisoned him earlier, and that's why he was able to hit him in the head because he was so out of it because of the poison? So there's 2 killers. Maybe I should be the detective and you give me your alibi. My alibi was standing outside in the rain being miserable. The end.
Stop filibustering, Daisy. Tell us what you were doing when the lights were off.
Fine. But what you guys should really be asking everyone is what did they do the whole day? You might miss who the real killer was. We'll consider it. Continue. We were all eating dinner in the dining room when the lights suddenly shot off around 8-ish, maybe? I couldn't tell because all the electricity shut off, and I really only told my time using the microwave upstairs in the kitchen, which now that I'm thinking about it, why is the kitchen upstairs in this house but the dining room is downstairs? That doesn't seem...
Daisy!
Sorry. Oh yeah. The electricity turned off. We sent Rosalina to find the fuse box since my little Luigi Poo is so, well, he's just busy with more important things. So he often forgets where the less important things like the fuse boxes are in the house. Rosalina volunteered herself, which was weird actually, because who wants to go find a fuse box alone in a creepy mansion? That is a little weird, yeah. It's mega weird. Anyways, Rosalina left and we were all sitting around trying to eat in the dark, which is really hard because none of us had any sources of light and anything, and it was so dark, I couldn't even see Luigi in the dark, and I was sitting right next to him. Did anyone go anywhere? I'm getting to that. I'm pretty sure Luigi and Waluigi left at some point, because I tried to talk to both of them about the weather and politics as you do, and as a good girlfriend and friend, they weren't responding. So I reached out to where I thought they were sitting, but no one was there. So they left together. Well, I don't know about together. They don't seem that close to me. They don't? I mean, yeah, do you think they are? So maybe Luigi hired Waluigi to do it? I don't really know anyone well enough to speculate about anyone's interpersonal relationships. Well, trust me on this one. I know my Luigi Poo, and he definitely is just a normal acquaintances with Waluigi. Right, okay, so both of them left, maybe together, maybe separately. Probably separately. When I realized Luigi was gone, I thought maybe he got scared and tried to run to his bedroom to hide under the covers, but got lost because it was so dark. So I started looking for him. In the dark? Did you see anything? No, I feel a little silly, but I thought maybe I could find him. Maybe I can make him less scared, even if I was just as blind as he was with all the pitch black around us. Did you find him? No, I think I turned around a few times because when the lights came back on, I was right in the dining room where I started. And when was that? Around 9-ish, maybe. I guess it took a long time for Rosalina to find the fuse box, huh? I guess. I tried to find Luigi for a second, but then I heard Peach screaming, so I ran to her. And then we met, and now here we are. Do you know around what time the lights came back on? I think it was about an hour after the power turned off. I guess it took Rosalina a long time to find the fuse box.
And you didn't find Luigi in all that time?
I don't know what else to tell you. I couldn't find him. That's everything then. That's everything. Unless you want me to talk more about my morning, I think I'll pass. Interesting. So Waluigi and Luigi did leave, and it was about an hour, and they were somewhere doing something. Who knows? Investigate the room. Bowser takes a closer look around the room. The bookshelves are chock full of different titles, but actually reading their spines reveals the contents to be quite similar. Mario defeats Bowser, a coming-of-age story. Mario saves the princess for the 50th time. 500 ways to squish a Goomba.
I'm so glad he's dead. I know you didn't do it, boss, but I'm so glad he's gone.
Bowser turns to face his desk and notices a crumpled piece of paper sticking out from one of the drawers. He fishes it out. Looks like a letter from Rosalina to Mario. Dear Mario, I hope you and Peach are well. I would like to humbly ask for your financial support once more in the pursuit of my art career. To put this extremely bluntly, since this is probably the 6th or 7th time I've sent you this letter, I'm in desperate need of money. I know from talking with her that Peach really enjoyed my pieces, so I truly do not understand why you pulled my funding. If you would like to clarify this for me, I would be more than happy to meet with you and talk. I hope to hear from you soon and that you make the right choice in support of the next big thing in the modern art sphere. You will regret it if you don't. Rosalina. Rosalina's letter. So Rosalina went to the fuse box to turn on the lights, which was in Luigi's room, which had the stolen items, and Rosalina really needs money. So Rosalina stole Luigi's items. I think we could check that off. Did Rosalina kill Mario? I don't think so. I mean, maybe she had motive, but that's why she stole stuff to get the money. Killing Mario, I would completely cut off the money source to Rosalina in the future. So she doesn't want to kill Mario. So Rosalina in the clear, in my opinion, but she did steal some items, I think. Okay. What was your relationship with Mario like? Not really that deep. We got along fine, but I guess I wouldn't describe it as a close one, really. Even though you're best friends with Peach and you're dating his brother. What do you want me to lie and tell you that we were best buds? I'm telling you how it was. We tolerated each other for the sake of our partners. Got along with the fine first. Now you tolerate each other? What's the story? Who even are you? Goomba, I got this. But Daisy, what is the story? She sighs and begins to wring her hands together. I don't know. I hate to speak ill of the dead, but Mario was not nice. Not nice to me, not nice to Peach. It's certainly not nice to his own flesh and blood. He didn't like Luigi? Didn't seem like it. I don't think it was hatred or anything, but he used to be such a good guy, and he and Luigi were a team. But when Mario started becoming successful, he became a different person. He started treating everyone like dirt, especially Luigi Poo. He was constantly rubbing his overwhelming success in Luigi Poo's face. How so? Well, you've seen the house, right? Almost every room in some ways a reminder of how great Mario is. All the books on the walls, all about Mario. The room he lays dead in now, it's a whole shrine basically devoted to his exploits. Even Luigi's own bedroom is infested with Mario's accomplishments. Narcissism at its finest. It feels like a pretty strong motive for Luigi to take matters into his own hands. Killing Mario would stop all this. Daisy shakes her head. No, Luigi's not like that. He's gentle. Always has been. That's why I love him, you know? You don't think he could kill Mario then? Even with the terrible treatment he was getting? Luigi Poo loved his brother. He hasn't changed because of his success. For better or for worse. What do you mean by that? For better in the sense that he's a good, sensitive guy. For worse in the sense that Mario knew that he took advantage of it and knew that Luigi would never stick up for himself. What am I hearing is that he's a coward? Daisy smiles. All the best men are deep down. Can I check your purse? Why do you want to do that? I think the killer may have poison in everyone's pockets and purses, maybe. Really? Don't panic. I have the antidote. I found it in Before Bowser can finish speaking, Daisy has already dumped the contents of her purse on the floor and begun to kick them away with her shoes while frantically wiping her hands on her dress. Am I gonna die? Are all my things covered in poison? Calm down, let me check. Bowser kneels over the floor and takes a look at all the items. All that seems to have been dumped is a half-eaten super mushroom and a cursed dice block. What's in there? False alarm, they're all good. Phew. Bowser hands her back her things. Bowser, what was in there? Tell me. I'm writing down all the clues. Huh? Ignore him, Daisy. You have to be more careful. The only reason you were saved from the poison was because your super mushroom and your cursed dice block worked together to act as the antidote. I thought you were saying you found the antidote somewhere. You found the antidote and the cursed dice block and the blooper mushroom and the antidote, and so there's two different antidotes. I don't have a blooper mushroom. I have a super mushroom. I said that. Super. I said that. Not blooper. You misheard me. Okay. What do you know about Rosalina's art? Daisy takes the letter from Bowser's hands and begins to read. It's basically just Rosalina begging for money from Mario for her art or something, huh? I would have never guessed. She seems so put together, you know? She hands the letter back to Bowser. Have you heard of anything Rosalina needing money before reading that? Me and Luigi just kind of stay out of those conversations. We like to be quiet rich. So no. Well, I kind of did. Rosalina did approach me recently about her art. She was attempting to sell a bunch of her works for a crazy cheap price. It smelled super desperate though, and I didn't like a lot of her work anyway. So I just said no and didn't think of it. It would have been different if she had mentioned her financial troubles though. Me and Luigi would have helped her out. Interesting. Good to know. Where did you find this letter? In here. Wowie, I was wondering why you were looking around. You're like a bona fide detective, huh? I am awesome at everything, of course. I'm a bona fide detective. Rad. I hope you cracked the case, assuming you didn't kill Mario, which, you know, I'm pretty sure you still did. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your help, Daisy. Good luck with proving your innocence. Well, who do we talk to now? I am even more confused. It doesn't seem like it was Daisy, and it doesn't seem like it was Rosalina, but maybe it was Waluigi? He was also out of breath at the beginning? I don't know. Let's go ahead and take a look at Rosalina next, just to get her story straight. Why not? She's got that weird, mysterious vibe about her. Let's go see what's going on with that. Bowser prowls the mansion, looking for the Guardian of Space, the Mother of Lumas, and hopefully some answers, with Goomba's sage advice at the ready. Bowser walks into the dining room. This room seems relatively standard for a creepy mansion. A sparkling cobweb chandelier hangs above a long cedar wood dining table. Directly below it in the center of the room, with high back chairs surrounding the table and half-eaten plates of food sitting on it, he quickly spots Rosalina standing in the corner with her cell phone to her ear. She eyes him as he approaches her, but doesn't stop talking. Yes, all right, thank you. I'm going to hang up now because he's here. Yep, Bowser, yes. No, I'm perfectly capable of protecting myself if he attacks. I'll call you if he does. All right, bye-bye now. She lowers her phone, attempting to stuff it in her bulging purse. It doesn't seem like it will fit. I'm guessing that was the police? Yes. And you told them it was me? Yes. Even though your only evidence is my history or whatever. Rosalina gives up on putting her phone back in her purse and sets it on the table. What do you want? To prove my innocence. I don't care. Aren't you like a mother or something? Isn't this a bad lesson to teach your Luma kids? I'm the mother of Lumas, yes and no. I think this is a great lesson. The guy who stole all the energy from our spaceship and essentially the universe, which almost stranded me and my children in the depths of space, gets his karmic comeuppance. You don't even care if it wasn't me? You just want me to suffer? Sure, why not? You have to believe me when I say I've changed. I'm trying to be good now, just like you guys. Like I said, I don't care. You wouldn't mind if I asked you some questions then? Rosalina doesn't say anything. Bowser assumed that's better than a no. What's your alibi? Power went out around 8. I was the only one with any kind of light source with my Luma, so I was asked to go find the fuse box to turn it back on. Luigi is inept, so he didn't know where it was, so I had to find it. I did that. I turned the power back on, heard Peach's scream, Mario was dead, the end. Slow down. Where did you find the fuse box? In Luigi's bedroom on the top floor. How long did it take you to find that? She pauses, thinks about this for a moment. Let's see, I turned the power on around 9, I think. I got a good look at the clock as I was heading back downstairs, so however long that would be. An hour. 8 to 9 is an hour, Rosalina. Can you hang up on him, please? Goomba, chill. Rosalina, it took you a whole hour to find the fuse box. What do you think I was doing, killing Mario? It's a big house and I was the only one looking. Of course it took me an hour. Did you see anyone around while you were looking for the fuse box? She shakes her head. Wasn't paying attention to anyone else. I was really just focused on finding the fuse box. And you were the only one with any kind of light. No one else could see anything. To my knowledge, I was the only one. It was so dark inside the house. If you didn't have a light, I wouldn't have been surprised if Mario wasn't murdered at all. He might have just tripped and hit his head on something and was left to bleed out. You say this, but yet you still call the police and tell them it was me. It wouldn't be that terrible if you got falsely incriminated. You've committed enough crimes against humanity to warrant that. Have I? You are a pretty wicked boss. Not anymore. I'm a good guy. I am. Right. Okay, what was your relationship with Mario? Professional. He saved me in the depths of space from your clutches. He invited me down to the Mushroom Kingdom where things were settled. I've been here mingling with his circle down here ever since. No strong feelings whatsoever. She pauses ever so slightly with a blip of her rapid-fire blunt responses that far. Not that I recall. Why are you even here then? You seem like you're just acquaintances. I get along with Peach. That makes sense. You guys probably bonded over how much you hated me. She frowns. Not everything is about you, but yes, that's what sparked our friendship. We got into talking more and we realized we had a lot of things in common, like our taste in art. She liked my work and I enjoyed her feedback and critiques. I didn't know you arted.
Artist, boss. It's called being an artist.
I create paintings, like mostly the ones I'm doing in storybooks for the Lumas, mostly abstract now, but Peach now has been the one to write with me the whole time. It's too bad that... She trails off suddenly. It's too bad that what? Rosalina shoots a sharp glare at him. It's too bad that you're wasting my time now, otherwise I could be in the room with her, consoling her while she grieves the death of her husband. She recovered quickly, but Bowser gets the sense that she almost said something she shouldn't have. Yeah, because she was stealing the stuff. Investigate the room. Bowser begins to rummage around the room looking for clues. Rosalina watches him warily, her hand hovering over her cell phone. Have you seen any clues in here? Clues? What do you mean by clues? You know, bloody daggers, poison shrooms, the like, anything that would be suspicious. I have not seen any bloody daggers in here, no. In his hasty search, Bowser accidentally knocks himself into the table, shifting the plate slightly towards the opposite edge. Whoops. That slight accident suddenly turns into a lucky surprise, however. The plates moving under the table revealed what's stored underneath one of them. Rosalina picks up the newly revealed item and inspects it under the light of the chandelier. Why would a pen light be under a plate? A pen light? Do you not know what that is? I do, but could you just explain it to me anyway? It's a small portable flashlight. We used them a lot in my spaceship observatory when we would read stories in the library. It's like a pen, but it doesn't write. Although, that's one looks slightly different from the ones I've seen before.
Can someone describe it to me a little more? I'm trying to draw a picture for my clue journal I'm keeping here.
Shh, Goomba. How does it look different? Well, let's see if my suspicions are correct first. Rosalina pops off the cap of the penlight, produces a piece of paper from her purse, and begins to write with the tip. Dark green ink seeps from the page with she scribbles. She nods and then clicks the button, triggering a bright point of light to emit from the writing. So, it's an interesting pen light for sure. It seems to operate as a flashlight and a pen on the end of the pen. Usually pen light implies the flashlight that's portable and the size of a pen, not actually a pen and a light. It's kind of a rare find. So you're saying it's like a flashlight? Yes, that's what I just said. And if someone had this on them while the lights were off, they would probably have been able to navigate around the mansion just fine. Oh, I see where you're going with this.
So whoever had that pen light was able to move around just fine during the dark, but then hid it under a plate later.
Sounds pretty suspicious. Guess you should have hidden it better, Bowser. Hardly, ha-ha. I'm going to find the real owner, Rosalina. Just you wait. Penlight added. Well, Daisy was found back in the dining, and she could have hit it. So Daisy's back on the table, I think. Can I check your purse? Rosalina blinks. A rare pause in her immediate no response. Why would I even entertain that? Luigi had some stuff going missing in his bedroom. They were all expensive items, and since you were there for the fuse box, and your purse is clearly full, what are you implying? Help me make this make sense. If you have nothing to hide, you should show me what's in there. I think you're full of it. So do I. Well, I guess you'll just have to accept that I don't want your grimy claws all over my purse. I hope you can understand how I feel. Oh, I'm definitely starting to understand something now. How's your art career going? Bowser displays the letter he found in the study. She pales and realizes what the contents are and quickly tries to snatch it from his grasp. He yanks it out of her reach, folding it neatly back into his coat pocket. It seems like you do now want to explain. That was a private letter. You shouldn't have seen that. Where did you find it? Explain first. Then I'll give you your answers. Rosalina's expression becomes more pensive. It's true that Mario was the benefactor for a time, and it's also true that I was living modestly for a short while, but that's an old letter. I have no need for his support anymore. How did you manage that? It seems like getting Mario's help would have been pretty important to you. I figured out, sold some pieces. I'm very much fine now. I would really appreciate it if you didn't show anyone else that letter, though. It's a tad embarrassing. I was at a low point when I wrote it. Well, that's all I need to know. I'm off to question some others. Thank you for tolerating me. You're not welcome. Who's the next on the investigation circuit? I still think it's Daisy, but we also still have Peach and Waluigi. I'm thinking we should take a look at Waluigi now. It's about time. I feel like there's something going on between him and Luigi.
I agree. I feel like that's the right move.
I hope so. And if there's time, maybe I can get some pointers on how to get people to like me around here, you know? More for the future.
Right, assuming you don't get arrested.
They'll arrest me over my dead body, or Mario's, I guess. Bowser stomps away, Goomba metaphorically by his side, driven by the thirst for answer and desire to not be the bad guy anymore as he pursues the infamous man in purple. Bowser finds Waluigi in the bathroom. This room is enormous and opulent, screaming up riches that Luigi has. Quartz countertops, sparkling toilet, a large pool-sized bath are the main gleaming features of this room. He looks pensive, sad even.
Hey, Bowser.
Hey, Waluigi. What an event to reunite at, huh? The bad guys back together at the death of Mario. There would be a time where I would have celebrated this, but you probably would have too. But I'm good now, I think. Yes. Everyone thinks you're pretty good, huh? So, how'd you do it? How'd you get them to like you, Bowser in his ranting has now finally realized Waluigi is distracted by something. His mind is elsewhere. Everything all good? You aren't actually sad about Mario dying, are you?
No, of course not. I mean, yes, but...
He pauses.
Have you seen Luigi anywhere?
He's hiding, but I found him. He told me to tell everyone that he's grieving and doesn't want to see anyone.
I see. If he eventually does want to see someone, tell him to come to our spot. I have something to talk to him about.
Your spot? You mean here? What? Talk about what? Waluigi smiles, but he doesn't give an answer.
What are you doing here? I thought you would be strung up and hung by now.
Not yet. I'm trying to prove my innocence.
How interesting. Who would think that you wouldn't be the one to kill Mario?
Me, I think.
So do me. So, I'm guessing that you're going to ask me some questions now, huh? To try to see if I was the murderer.
You got it. Whoa, there's a lot here. What is your alibi?
We were all eating dinner in the dining room together. I was sitting next to Luigi, and well, he was being so...
He seems to catch himself on something. He stops talking.
We were all talking, and I was just talking to Luigi normally.
Sure.
Anyways, the power went out. It's probably around 8 if I had to guess, since that's what Daisy's watch said right before the lights turned out.
I don't remember Daisy wearing a...
She's wearing one, I promise. I just have Luigi on my mind for some reason. Silly me, but I digress. The power went out with a sudden flash. It was extremely jarring. We sent Rosalina to find the fuse box, since Luigi told us he didn't know where it was in the house. He's just so carefree like that, I guess.
Are you super close with Luigi or something? I thought you guys were enemies.
We're definitely not enemies.
He catches himself again.
But we're not close either.
Right, so what happened after that?
Luigi said he was getting scared, so I accompanied him to the bathroom to help him calm down.
You made it all the way here in the dark?
It was a struggle, but I know my way around the house pretty well. I'm here a lot for all the Mario parties.
So you and Luigi were together for that whole time?
Yes.
What did you do?
Nothing, I just helped him calm down about the dark. Then the lights came back on and we heard Peach screaming, so we ran to her and found Mario.
Together, that's right. You guys arrived together.
It would be weird if we didn't, since we were together the whole time.
So, if I asked Luigi, he would say the same thing.
Most definitely. It's not like anything happened. We were just in the bathroom together in the dark.
Funny thing is, I did ask Luigi, and he said he wasn't with anyone.
How strange. I guess he forgot.
He forgot?
Yes, he could be very forgetful.
That's all you're gonna give me on that? That he forgot that he met with you?
Yes. Mighty suspicious, Waluigi.
Where were you when the lights turned back on?
Still in the bathroom with Luigi.
And when did that happen?
9. I saw Daisy, he sputters, losing his words for a moment. I guessed the time. I'm really good at guessing the time. When we heard Peach's scream, we rushed over to the dining room, think that she had hurt herself or something of that nature. Nothing could have prepared us for the truth, though. Alright, I think that's all I need on that. So maybe there was a secret Waluigi romance thing going on? Possibly. What's your relationship with Mario like? I won't lie to you, Bowser. It's tenuous at best, but you already know that.
I do.
Of course. Both of us were rivals of Mario, and at some point or another, while the rivalry may fade, it will never go away.
Why do you say that? You seem pretty well integrated into the group.
Oh, that's because you've only seen me around them. With Mario dead, Mario definitely had it out for me. He was always finding ways to prod at my life.
Explain.
Well, for starters, he bought a tennis court in my area to play at. There's no point in him owning a tennis area other than to constantly bug me with his face on ads and his constant menacing presence at my games. But he did it anyway. Because of the terrible way he runs this place, so much of our staff has quit. The arena is in constant state of disarray, and the audience is starting to dwindle. What's worse is that he doesn't care. He knew it was my career. He was trying to butt himself into my success story by doing so. He ruined the place I loved while doing so.
Well, that's a lot.
But I put up with it for him.
For Mario? Why?
No, not Mario.
Was Mario Luigi seems to stop himself from saying too much.
No one. I don't know why I said that.
If you were to ask me, this seems like a pretty good motive to kill Mario. Get him off your back, especially since, you know, there was no person whatsoever involved in your life that you're putting up for.
Perhaps it is. I'll leave it to you to decide, Detective.
You're missing a glove?
Waluigi looks unsurprised by this observation. I suppose I am.
Do you know where it went?
No, I guess I lost it somewhere, but I guess I'll keep an eye out for it then.
He smiles tightly.
Let me know if you find it.
There's something in the way he says this that gives Bowser a strange feeling, as if there's much more going on than meets the eye, much more than just potentially Waluigi and Luigi having some quality time together in the dark. Investigate the room? He looks around for any sort of clue. He finds one pretty easily pristine bathroom after all, so anything strange is pretty apparent. What's this? A sock on the ground? He takes a closer look. A white tube sock with a green L emblazoned on it. Waluigi watches as Bowser examines the sock with mild interest.
Ah, you found Luigi's sock.
It's Luigi's? How can you tell?
I forgot that you're simple. It's got an L on it. It's Luigi's symbol.
Do you know any reason why it would be here?
Not really. It's his house. He can leave a sock or two lying around if he wants to.
This bathroom is so clean, though. It feels weird to have a random sock on the ground in a place like this. Stranger things have happened. I'm taking a picture of it anyways for evidence. Okay. I don't know how that's gonna help, but is this your pen light? He takes out the pen light and inspects it closely. No. You sure?
I'm pretty positive. This is a well-made pen light, and I do enjoy my reading. So if I had seen this before, I definitely would have remembered it.
You know who it could belong to? The emblem on the cap looks like a sigil of Daisy's monarch family in Sarsarsa land. Perhaps you should ask her about it. It's Daisy. It's totally Daisy. Can I check your pockets? For the first time in this conversation, Waluigi relaxed charismatic persona seems to falter. He stuffs his hands in his pockets.
No.
You don't even want to know why I'm asking?
I figure it was something to do with your investigation. So, you do realize that you're not showing what you have in your pockets. That's pretty suspicious.
I just don't have anything in there. There's no point. So why not just empty them out? Show us you don't have anything in there. Waluigi shrugs. Sorry, I'm not here able to help you anymore. I just don't think it's that important for you whether or not you know anything that's in my pocket, okay? Let's move on. That's fine. What do you know about Rosalina's art? Bowser hands the letter to Waluigi. He begins to read it. I found this in the study. Any thoughts?
Other than that, I sympathize with Rosalina, and that solidifies my opinion that Mario's being a rich, snobby little man who doesn't appreciate modern art? No. I'm guessing you didn't know this before. Oh, I hear rumors about everything. I just didn't know that this one was true until now. Thank you for that. No problem, I guess. Okay, let's go ahead and leave. Hang tight, Waluigi. You'll see me again, probably. See you later, alligator. Watch it, pal. I'm a Koopa, not some lowly cater. Where are we headed to next? Oh, so Waluigi is finally completely done. That means we still have storylines with our previous characters. Well, let's go ahead and finish it off by looking at Peach. She found the body, so she probably knows at least something.
That's why she was screaming before?
Yeah, I think so. She also just kicked all of us out of there.
And you just let that happen?
Well, I mean, what else was I supposed to?
Go back there now. If she's the murderer, she's probably going to get rid of so much evidence.
Well, we're going to her last, so it's probably too late for that. Bowser heads back into the room with the crime scene, phone clutched in hand, hoping to get some answers from the princess of the Mushroom Kingdom. Bowser finds himself in the room where all this mess began. The room seems to be filled with various jars and mementos in every nook and cranny of the room, but Bowser can't quite make out what they are in the dim light. Peach is still kneeling next to Mario's body, slouched over in a heap. As Bowser enters the room, she straightens up and turns to glare at him. He notices that despite all of her wailing, her cheeks are not wet with tears.
I figured you would come back here.
Why?
To beat my husband to even more unrecognizable pulp because you're a sick creature.
Is that the only reason you're here, to protect him from me?
That, and to say my goodbyes. The damage done here is monstrous. More than a one-up mushroom could fix from the way it looks. Not like you know or care or anything about that.
You're wrong. I mean, maybe not the one-up shroom thing, but you're wrong about me knowing that already because I didn't do it like I've been saying.
Right, sure.
Don't give me that, Peaches. You're the one with the crocodile tears. You're sure you didn't kill your beloved husband?
I'm a delicate lady, Bowser. I'm a lady nonetheless, and the ladies wipe their tears and look presentable at all occasions, even if those occasions involve the untimely murder of loved ones. I'm not surprised you don't know what a handkerchief is, though, given your brutish ways.
Do you even have any proof that he killed Mario? You've been with his body the whole time, so you must know something.
Sorry, are you on the phone with one of your lackeys right now?
Yes, Goomba, I got this handled on my own. Just stay quiet.
All I know is my husband is dead and you're obviously this prime suspect. You know, given...
Yeah, I know, given my history with Mario.
No, I meant our history. You know, the history we have of you kidnapping me and Mario saving me ad nauseum. With Mario out of the way, there's no one to save me. I am truly a helpless damsel in distress.
First of all, don't try and play me like that. I'm not stupid. I know you got the magic umbrella or whatever. You're far from a damsel in distress with that thing. And second, I'm not that guy anymore. I'm a good guy.
So, what brings you back to this room then with me all alone, umbrella-less?
What is your alibi?
Oh, I see. Playing detective, are we?
I told you, I'm a good guy now.
Emphasis on playing, Bowser. We all know who you really are.
Stalling much?
Tell your buddy to shut it, would you?
Your alibi first.
Fine. We were all eating dinner here in the dining room when the power went out, probably around 8. I would say Rosalina was the only one with the light because of her Luma, so she volunteered to go search for the fuse box. Despite it being on his own mansion, Luigi expressed that he didn't know where it was. That seems typical for anyone else. It would seem suspicious, but for Luigi, it probably would be more suspicious if he did know.
Yeah.
What was more suspicious is that he and Waluigi seemed to have left after about 5 minutes of it being dark inside the house.
Seemed to.
It was pitch black in there without any electricity on. I couldn't see my own hand in front of my own face, let alone what the others were doing. But Luigi stopped responding to Daisy at some point, which threw her into a panic as usual.
Do you know if anyone else left the dining room?
Daisy definitely did. She was trying to find where Luigi was. Mario and I were the only ones left in the dining room for a while. We talked.
About?
You know, the usual married couples. We started talking about something stupid, then it evolved into an argument, and then it was just sat in silence, hoping the other one would apologize.
Right.
I thought Mario was still in the room with me, but when I tried to talk to him again, there was no response. I thought he was stonewalling me. So obviously I had to not say anything back, otherwise, you know, I would lose. That seems healthy. But then I heard a loud noise coming from this room. Do you know what that was? About an hour after the power turned off, 9-ish? When I heard that noise, I got worried. I thought maybe he had tripped on something and fell. So I started wandering around looking for him, and then she appears to get choked up. Bowser watches her with a blank expression. The lights turned back on a few seconds after I heard the noise, and I found him here. She begins to wail again. Mario! Still no tears. I want to investigate the body. I suppose I've said everything I wanted to about my dear husband. Try not to touch him too much. I can tell your hands are filthy. Bowser moves closer to the body and squats down to get a better look. Mario lies still with his face pressed against the floor. He has donned his traditional blue overalls, red shirt, and red cap. Why are all of you dressed up and he's not? We didn't care for the evening party dress code. I told him it would be much more polite to be dressed up for your guests, but she takes a drag of her cigarette. He didn't care for listening to me either. Mario oozes blood from a large gash on the right side of his head, partially obscured by the now flattened cap. It looks like he was hit on the head by something, but what? A small trail of blood splatters leading down the carpet catches Bowser's eyes. Following it leads him all the way up the wall up to... Oh, what do you see? It looks like a big green shell.
That's where John went.
Yeah, I guess Mario got him, along with the other,
Other what? Are there more shells?
Bowser looks closely around the room, slowly realizing it is filled with taxidermied parts of various goons he had employed over the years. No, it's just the one. Yeah, that's it. For sure.
What a monster. I'd say whack him, but someone else got it done first.
I'm sure it wasn't real. For a moment, Peach's strained mannerism seemed to vanish, revealing genuine sympathy. Who am I kidding? Of course it's real. This is Mario's trophy room. I thought this was Luigi's mansion. Mario enjoyed taking over various spots of Luigi's living quarters with his own memorabilia, just so Luigi couldn't get away from his achievements. Wow, and they call me the bad guy? Peach glares at Bowser that doesn't say anything to refute his statement. It's dripping with blood. Fresh blood. How brutal. Bowser takes a closer look at the blood patterns on the shell. While most of it is just wet splatters of blood, Bowser spots an area that looks different. It's oddly dry and looks like something was wiped off. What? Something was wiped on it, as if to gather some blood of some kind of cloth or a glove that is missing. Huh? That gotta be the murder weapon. Yeah, I'll take a picture. But we can't question Waluigi more, so I don't know. What wiped the shell? What was your relationship with Mario like? Why do you ask? Are you jealous? No, I'm just, was he nice to you? Nicer than you ever were when you were kidnapping me and locking me away? Kind of a low bar. Correction, he was much nicer to me than you. When we met, it was great. He was so brave, strong, heroic, you could say. That figures. But every honeymoon has its end. He learned things about me, and I him. We both changed. She brings her cigarette to her lips, slowly exhaling the immense cloud of smoke. There comes a point in every relationship where it's less about loving and more about functioning, and we were very functional. I don't know about every relationship. You do not get to talk. You were kidnapping me and asking me to marry you for decades. Well, yeah, but still. No, not but still. Nothing. You don't know. We're fine. Her lips purse as she says this, as if it was hard for her to say it out loud. Fine. Enough for you to not murder him? Stop being ridiculous. I'm done entertaining this line of questioning. I found Luigi's sock in the bathroom. That was weird. Oh? Yeah. Why are you telling me this? Because I don't know. Do you have any idea why it's there? Do I know why Luigi would leave a sock in his own bathroom? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he left it there after taking a bath. Maybe he took it off randomly. Who cares? It just seems like an important blah blah. I don't care. If it's so important to you, you should ask Luigi about it. Okay, is this your pen light? Peach leans in to get a better look at the light. Nope. Do you know whose it is? Daisy's maybe? It's got her country sigil on the cap, and no one else is from Sarsasar land. I guess I would assume it's hers. You never ever seen it before? I don't think so, no. You sure? I told you I don't know. I'm not an expert on random pens, but it doesn't mean anything to me, so no. I just want to make sure I'm remembering that what you're saying right now. You have no memories connected to this pen light whatsoever. Did the pen light kill Mario or something? What is this about? Nothing. Thank you. You're a weird guy. Can I check your purse? Why? I think someone's stealing stuff around Luigi's bedroom. I'm just checking everyone's purse and pockets. That sounds like a really fancy way of saying you're robbing me, but I'm not. That's not a good idea, though. She probably has some really good... Goomba, I swear. I am not Peach. Fine, whatever. I don't care anymore. You can take it all. Peach empties out her purse, with items scattering all over the carpet, a few land, and a now enormous pool of blood that has accumulated underneath Mario's head. Bowser gathers all the items, shaking off the blood as needed. 5 gold coins, a pair of double dice, and a pack of cigarettes.
You couldn't even buy a star with that chump change.
Yeah, this tells us nothing. Bowser attempts to hand Peach back her items, but she shakes her head and takes a step away. I meant what I said. Take them. If you don't want them, just leave them on the floor. I don't want them back like that. Bowser looks at the blood now dripping from his hands, shakes it off, and gingerly places the items back on the carpet. What do you know about Rosalina's art? What an odd question. You're aware that my husband is lying dead at our feet. Yeah. And yet you still ask about Rosalina's art career? I found a letter in the study from Rosalina to Mario that was talking about it. She mentioned that you were a fan, but Mario wasn't. That is true. She puts her cigarette to her lips and exhales a soft puff of smoke. It was actually the last thing we talked about, oddly enough. You and Rosalina? No, me and Mario. When the lights turned out and everyone left us, we began talking. Just about minor things, you know, like we do. And then Rosalina came up. Naturally, of course, she had been practically begging for money from Mario all night at this point. And that's what you ended up arguing about? That's what made him leave the room? Yes. Such a small, trivial thing to get upset about, but we managed to make almost every conversation an argument, no matter how silly. He was so staunchly opposed to supporting Rosalina despite all the wealth we obviously have. Did he say why? Oh, it was always the same. We're not a charity, he would say. If she thinks she's all that, then she can support her own career. That sounds weird coming from him. I really thought he would say, let's go, woohoo. He did very much enjoy saying those phrases, but he also enjoyed telling me how much we should not financially support her. I disagreed, of course. I thought her work was fantastic. Truly a breath of fresh air. A revived Jackson Pollock in the flesh, but Mario had control over the finances, so she was cut off. She pauses for a moment. Oh, I suppose now I could financially support her, since, you know, my husband is dead. That's true. It seems you may actually be able to pin this murder on someone after all. That's an excellent motive for Rosalina, isn't it? Maybe, but I don't think it's Rosalina, because why would she steal the stuff? Especially when she's like best friends with Peach? She wouldn't kill Mario, steal stuff. I don't know, it's just too much. I'm done here. I'll see you, Peaches. I hope to see you too, King Koopa. Oh? See you leaving this place in handcuffs. Who do you want to talk to next, boss? Okay, Waluigi and Peach are done. I do want to save Daisy for last because I think she's the murderer. But let's see Luigi.
If you're back.
I have some more questions. Woo, yeah, I have some more questions. Daisy is looking for you. Luigi's face turns pale.
She is?
Yeah, do you want me to?
Don't tell her where I am. I figured you would say that.
Why shouldn't I? She's your girlfriend. She deserves to know where you're at. Luigi thinks on that for a moment, then sighs.
I know. She could just be a little overbearing, you know? She constantly wants me to move me around. She's constantly telling me what to do in every aspect of my life. It never, ever stops unless
what?
Unless I hide like this.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, I like her a lot.
He looks like he's about to say something, and then he stops. A million different thoughts look to be floating in his eyes.
I like her a lot. That's the end of what I was going to say.
But I still shouldn't tell her where you are. Yeah. Well, Luigi's also looking for you. Huh? I said Waluigi is looking for you. He said he wants to speak to you about something and had to meet you in the guy's spot, whatever that means. He's looking for who? You. Why are you so weird about this? Luigi freezes and looks like he swallowed something. Sorry, I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. Well, he's looking for you. Don't tell him where I am. Why not? Luigi swallows. Because there's a great long pause where Bowser seems to be expecting Luigi to elaborate on this. Because what we were talking about, I forgot. This is going nowhere. Ask him something else. I found your sock in the bathroom. Your sock, I found it. How do you know it's my sock? It has a giant green L on it. Do you know why it's there? I take my socks off to pee sometimes. It helps. Helps with what? There's so many people with L's on clothing. Like who? Waluigi. He has a backwards L on all his clothing. Do you not agree with me? Just trying to remember who that is. Bowser takes a look at Luigi's feet. His pants cover most of his ankle area, but Bowser can just barely see that one of Luigi's feet is missing a sock. Okay, thanks, Luigi. Happy to help. Is this your pen light? As soon as Bowser takes out the pen light, Luigi takes a step back, his eyes wide with shock. Where did you get that? Did you kill Daisy? Whoa, what? No. Then how do you have that? I found it in the dining room under one of the plates. That's really weird. Tell me why. Well, that's Daisy's special pen. It was a gift from her grandma before she passed. I never thought I would ever see it sitting there just around for anyone to take. She always has it on her. You don't think she would lend it to anyone? No, never. Are you sure? If you really want to know, you should ask her yourself. You know better than I would, probably. Okay, what about Rosalina? Bowser hands the letter he found to Luigi. This is between my bro and Rosalina, right? Yeah. So why are you asking me? You should just ask Rosalina. Why was it in your study, though, if it was between Mario and Rosalina? Oh, my bro was here a lot, and he used to use the study more than I did, so he probably left it there on accident. So you don't know anything about this. How about Rosalina has been begging Mario for money? I just keep it to myself. I wouldn't know anything about Rosalina and Mario. Okay, thanks anyway. Alright, that's it for now, Luigi. If anyone asks where I am, I'm grieving. I just want to be alone. He disappears back into Mario's figure pile from whence he came. Okay, so let's do Rosalina next, because I do think it's Daisy and I want to save her for last. I'm back. I wish you weren't. I only got one question, and I guess it's about Luigi's sock. And do you have any thoughts about the sock? Only that he should wash his socks better. White socks don't have to be filthy on the soles. I don't wear socks, so I guess I wouldn't know. That's it. Well, I'm done questioning you, Rosalina. The last one left, Daisy. I wonder if Daisy found Luigi yet. Probably not. Let's see, though. Okay. Back to kill me? Close. I just have some more questions for you. Killing me with questions? Depends on your answers. I found Luigi's sock. That makes sense. What do you mean by that? I find various articles of his clothing in the bathrooms all the time, no matter where we go. He's told me why. Why? He's a little pee shy? What does that have to do with him taking off his socks? He says it feels like the clothes are watching him, so sometimes he has to take them off. It takes him a while to hide them well, though, and sometimes he has to call another person in there to hide it for him. Do you believe that? I trust my Luigi. Waluigi is helping Luigi hide his clothes so he can pee? Is that what's going on? Hopefully he feels the same way. Have you ever helped him hide his clothes before? It would be weird for me to go into the men's restroom, so it's usually whoever's around. That's why he doesn't even know who Waluigi is. And maybe Waluigi's just embarrassed. And who is that usually? Waluigi. Always. Her lips tightened as she says his name, her eyes unfocusing. It looks like she's thinking about something and hard right. Her eyes refocus and smile returns. He's always so helpful to Luigi. I'm glad he's around when my baby needs him. And what about your pen light? Daisy's eyes widen. Yeah, it's mine. Where did you find it? In the dining room. It was under one of the plates. That's so weird. I usually keep it on me. Why is it there then? I'm almost certain I lent it to Peach. She tuts her tongue. I can't believe she would leave it lying around like that, though. It's a really nice pen and a good flashlight. A good combo item, if you will. She gasped as if just came to a realization. Oh man, that would have been really useful when the power went out. That's true. It technically is another flashlight, right? Yeah, that would have made finding Luigi a whole lot easier for me. Too bad I was sitting under a plate the whole time. It almost feels like someone was trying to hide it. Yeah, it's a little strange. Do you mind if I hold on to it while investigating? Sure, I mean, I don't mind, as long as it helps your investigation. There's a strain in her voice as she says this. The pen seems to have some sentimental value to her. Don't worry, I won't break it or anything. Huh, yeah, of course. It's clear she doesn't believe that. Now I'm kind of confused. Every time I think it's Daisy and then I go to talk to Daisy and it's like, okay, it's not Daisy. Then who could it be? We've talked to everybody, and our only option is to finish the investigation. Well, I don't know who did it. You get the feeling that by clicking this button, you will not get to ask anyone more questions. Well, you should have a general prediction about who the killer is. Are you sure you would like to proceed? I don't have any more questions, so let's do this. As Bowser makes his way down the hallway once more, heading towards his suspect, he feels a sudden tap on his shoulder. Whipping around, Bowser spins to face Waluigi, arms up in a defensive stance. Don't touch. Oh, it's just you. Sorry, didn't mean to startle you. What's going on? Could you tell everyone to gather in the murder room? I think I have a confession to make. Does it have to do with the murder? He smiles. It's not the same as the wistful, charming expression he was flashing earlier. However, this one is tighter. Yes, please get everyone to the room as soon as you can. Before Bowser can ask any more, Waluigi swiftly turns away and walks towards Mario's trophy room, disappearing through the door. Do you think he's going to confess to the crime or something else? I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out soon. Bowser spends the next few minutes attempting to convince the rest of the Mario Party crew to come downstairs back to the meeting room. He eventually gets all of them to comply, and everyone finds themselves back at the scene of the crime once more. Thank you, Bowser, for finding everyone so quickly. No problem, I think I'm on the clock, so I moved fast. He glances at Rosalina. She waggles her cell phone at him with a smirk. I would like to apologize to all of you, especially you, Bowser, as I lied straight to your face and to you, Luigi. He and Luigi share a long look. Their eyes seem to communicate more than words could ever. I killed your brother. Huh? The entire room erupts with, what? What? I come clean to you now because of the guilt of my horrible crimes heavily weigh on me. After Bowser interrogated me after my alibi, I had a good long look at my life about how I would be lying to myself if I didn't feel like every living moment trying to cover my tracks, trying to keep my horrible deeds unknown to others, to neglect the other people who are closest to me of the cold, hard truth. He continues to stare at Luigi as he says this. Luigi wrings his hands, avoiding making eye contact, instead opting to look at the corpse of his deceased brother. So I confess to the murder. I was sick of Mario taking over my beloved tennis arena. His constant presence of sickening to me, so I wish it be gone. And the most efficient way to do that was to get rid of him as person permanently. While Luigi reaches into his right pocket and tosses something on the floor, the missing glove, drenched in dried blood, reveals itself to the room. Any questions? Or would you prefer to just arrest me? Wait, Luigi. Before he can finish, Peach jumps up and launches herself towards Mario's body, tackling Waluigi to the ground. Somebody help me restrain him! Wait a second. Encouraged Luigi to talk. What do you want to say? Luigi's eyes shift from the floor to Waluigi. Suddenly, a surge of newfound courage sears in his pupils. He strides over to Peach with a mighty heave, pushes her off Luigi. Luigi, what are you doing? Luigi turns to face her, a fiery blaze of defiance gleaming in his eyes. Waluigi can't have done it because we were having an affair. The whole room erupts at a simultaneous gasp once again. Daisy looks genuinely horrified. No, this isn't supposed. I'm sorry you had to find out like this. He turns back to Waluigi, who looks at him with tears in his eyes. But I love him, and I don't want to hide it anymore. Oh, Luigi. Wait. What does Luigi and Waluigi having an affair have to do with anything? Because they were together the entire time the power went out. They can vouch for each other. I'm sorry I lied to you about my alibi and about the sock. It was mine. It was weird that it was in the bathroom. I keep it very clean in there. Yeah, I knew something was off about it. I don't understand. Daisy, I know I betrayed your trust. I'm really sorry I did this to you. You don't have to forgive me, but I will try to make it up until the day I die. And to you, Waluigi, I am sorry that I made your cover for me constantly. I know you wanted to be public, and I'm sorry. I'm just too much of a coward to come clean to everyone until it was almost too late. Why did you even lie about killing Mario in the first place then, Waluigi? After we all dispersed after Peach kicked us out of this very room, I found a note in my pocket along with the glove I had lost in the bathroom while Luigi and I were together. Someone must have slipped it into my pocket while we were all huddled around the body. Bowser remembers what happened when he shook the rainwater off his top hat. That was my fault. They probably snuck the note in while I splashed you with my top hat's rainwater. Yes, I suppose that would have been the perfect opportunity to do that. And look at who initiated that perfect opportunity. What a coincidence. Bowser starts more eyes on the room on him. Their deep-rooted suspicion of him as the culprit is rising once again.
Enough of this. He wouldn't have brought that up if he wasn't the killer. Now, Waluigi, what was on the note?
He reaches into his left pocket and begins to read. Waluigi, I know about your affair with Luigi. Confess to murdering Mario or I tell Daisy. It's blunt, but it got the point across. I was blackmailed. I knew how painful revealing our secret affair would be for Luigi. I wanted to talk with him about it and see what we should do, but I couldn't find him anywhere. Luigi looks mortified as he hears the information. Oh, why are you looking for me? So, in trying to protect his legacy, I was willing to take the fall for killing his brother.
What color of the ink is in the blackmail letter?
Dark green. Why?
That confirms it, Bowser. I figured it out. I figured out who the real murderer is.
You did? Who?
It's so obvious. Well, we didn't see it earlier.
Just tell us who.
It's, oh no, my battery. It's dying, Bowser. You can figure it out. Remember
The call suddenly drops. Why didn't he just say who it was? He had so much time to say it before his phone died. Well, it's a good thing I know who did it too. Huh? Do I know who did it? Who did it? So I don't actually think it's Daisy now because there was blackmail to tell Daisy about Waluigi and Luigi. So someone else knew. It had to be Peach and Rosalina. I'm so against Rosalina because she has it all made. So was it Peach? But it can't be Peach because she was like, why didn't the Goomba just say it? It could be Rosalina, but the power also went on right after Mario was hit, and that's on the 4th floor. There's no way Rosalina could have got from the 4th floor to the bottom to hit Mario and turn. There's no way. So it has to either be Peach or Daisy. It has to be Daisy. Daisy's lying. Daisy knows about Luigi and Waluigi and wants Waluigi to go to jail for the crime so that she can be together with Luigi. It has to be Daisy. I'm not giving up on Daisy, okay? I thought I was, but let's get through each of you one by one. He strides over to Luigi, who's looking at him with the big watery eyes. Luigi is the easiest one of you to rule out. Despite this weird burst of determination he showed here when he was screaming about his affair, he's at his core a coward. Hey, that's not Luigi. Shut up while the adults are talking. Oh, okay, sorry. See, no backbone whatsoever. He couldn't imagine speaking against his brother, so killing him? Please, that was never an option. Bowser walks over to Waluigi. The hardest, coldest evidence about why Luigi couldn't do it, however, is the fact that Waluigi and him were together. Waluigi, did you ever have a moment where you lost Luigi? Waluigi shakes his head, smiling. I would never let him go. Daisy makes dry heaving, rushing noise at this sappy statement. So the only viable suspects are Peach, Rosalina, and Daisy. Bowser's gaze shifts to Rosalina. Rosalina, you had a strong reason to kill Mario. Despite Peach wanting to support your career, Mario had control of their finances. He was the one responsible for cutting you off, causing you to fall into financial ruin. By getting rid of him, you would be eliminating a harsh critic and your money problems. But that was... Don't try to deny it by saying your bankruptcy was a long time ago. Peach and Daisy both confirmed all your begging has been recent ongoing behavior of yours. He's right. That's right. And I said no when he asked me because it smelled like a scam, however desperate she seemed. And I wouldn't have killed Mario over that, though. I agree. I mean, sure, I was a little broke, but there's no way in this universe that I... Wait, you agree? Because you had a different plan on how to recoup your losses. Would you empty your purse for me? I don't. She looks around the room at the expecting faces, then sighs. You got me. Rosalina empties out her purse. A golden pipe, double star card, hidden block, among dozens of other expensive items all tumble onto the floor. Oh, that's my stuff. You were the one who stole it from my room. Yeah, sorry. It was the most expensive stuff I could find in the house. Rosalina came to this Mario party with the intention of robbing you blind, Luigi. The power going out was extremely lucky for her because it gave her an excuse to be alone with no worries of being caught. That's why it took her so long to find the fuse box. She was busy finding good items to steal. Once she grabbed all she wanted, she turned the power back on, returning to you all like nothing happened. I guess I should have been more tactical about it, though. Stealing all the items from the room where the fuse box was not smart in hindsight. Bowser begins to pace around the room, stepping over Mario's body as he does. So now it's between Peach and Daisy. Since neither of them had the light source in their possession, and it would be impossible to accurately kill Mario in pitch black dark of the house, they would have needed to have his pen light. He pulls the fancy pen light out of his pocket. To get around, whoever had it most definitely killed Mario. He turned towards Peach. Peach, we'll start off with you. You certainly had the perfect motive to kill Mario. He was a spouse who wouldn't listen to you, regularly bullied his own brother, and was cruel to all your close friends. You also admitted to having a significant amount of time alone with Mario in your alibi. I did, yes. The fake crying show you were putting on while I was interrogating you didn't help your case either. Why even pretend to be sad when you can't even shed a tear? It's true that maybe I'm not as torn up as I portrayed myself to be about Mario's death. I just thought it would be odd if I didn't cry, so I put a tad bit of a show. But that's besides the point. Where's your evidence? I think you waited for everyone to leave the dining room after the power went out. Then after drumming up an argument about Rosalina's art, you knew this would lead Mario to give you a silent treatment. You snuck off to the bathroom, where you knew Waluigi and Luigi were going to be having an affair. You stole Waluigi's discarded glove off the ground, killed Mario, wiped some of the blood off the gloves, planted it in Luigi's back pocket with the blackmail note when we were all distracted. And bing bang boom, a successful murder in the books. All made possible using Daisy's pen light, which she said she lent you. But I didn't. She never... is what I would say if I didn't know one crucial detail about the pen light. He spins to Luigi, who jumps a little bit with a sudden eye contact. Tell everyone what you told me about Daisy's pen light when I showed it to you. Well, it's very special to her. She keeps it on her at all times. I don't think she would ever lend it to... Daisy interrupts him, slamming her hand over his mouth. This is stupid. Are you trying to say I killed Mario? I didn't even know Luigi and Waluigi were having an affair, and the blackmail note threatened to tell me. You're right about that, Daisy. Partially. Huh? I just believe that you found out about the affair way earlier today than you led us to believe that you did. And here's what I think would happen, Daisy, and correct me if I'm wrong about anything, although I am pretty sure I am not. When the power went out, Daisy did leave the room to find Luigi. What she lied about was that she didn't ever find him using her pen light. It was pretty easy to track him down and Waluigi in the bathroom. Enraged, she stole one of the Waluigi's gloves off the floor nearby, intending to confront Luigi about his lies later, but then a better plan came to her. One that allowed her to kill two birds with one stone. Mario had been the constant thorn in her side, an ever-present imposing presence on her beloved Luigi. Getting rid of him and framing Waluigi would allow her to have Luigi Poo all to herself. So she quickly wrote the blackmail letter using her pen light and snuck off to find Mario, who was in the trophy room, the green ink. Sneaking behind him in the darkness, she killed Mario with an ornamental green shell hanging on the wall and then wiped the blood into Waluigi's glove. The only hitch in her plan was when the light suddenly turned on, she had to sneak down the hallway away from the eyes of Peach, back through the dining room, where she quickly hid a place to hide the pen light, an item she knew she could potentially incriminate her. She then met with everybody in the room, sneaking the blackmail note and gloves into Waluigi's pocket when we were all huddled over the body, specifically when I accidentally splashed him with rainwater from my hat. Anything to say for yourself? You got one thing wrong. Oh? I snuck the blackmail into Luigi's pocket when everybody was distracted by Luigi running into the wall, not when you splashed water into his eyes. Once more, the whole room erupts in a chorus of gasps. You really killed him? Yes. But did I really do anything that wrong? I mean, all of us hated Mario in one way or another, right? And Waluigi, well, I feel like we could all take him or leave him. He used to be a bad guy after all. How could you do this? Luigi, I'm sorry I killed your bro, but when I found out you were having an affair, well, let's just say that was the final straw that broke the camel's back. I saw my opportunity to get rid of the two people who were doing the most to keep us apart. So, I took it. You're going to say sorry to me too, right? For killing my husband? I could, but honestly, did you even like him that much anyway? It was complicated. See? And Rosalina, I know your life will be better now that Mario's gone. Don't you see, guys? I did us all a favor. You should be thanking me. But you were more than ready to pin the crime on me at the beginning. Well, yeah, because you're a bad guy. No one listens to you. Daisy turns to the rest of the group. We can still pin this on him now. If you guys want to, who would you really want to see in jail? The princess of Sarsasara Land? A noble monarch and a pro bono good guy? Or Bowser, the guy who was pillaging, kidnapping, and plundering our kingdoms for years on end before he showed up today, trying to persuade us that he's changed? The room pauses for a moment, seeming to ponder this. You. I would arrest you. As much as I hate Bowser, you can't just murder someone and get away with it. You tried to frame me for the murder. Oh, what they said. Daisy blinks, clearly taken aback by this response. Well. Daisy turns on a heel and starts bolting to the front door. Get her! Peach manages to tackle Daisy before she can escape, and the Mario Party crew manages to pin her down until the police come. After questioning everyone, the police fully agree that Daisy was the killer due to the strong evidence Bowser provided. Things eventually wind down at the mansion, and Bowser eventually finds himself outside the front door once more, facing the pouring rain. Just as he's about to head home, however, his phone rings once more. He smiles and picks up the call.
Hey, Goomba. I finally found my phone charger. Okay, anyways, the killer is...
I know. We figured out it was Daisy.
Oh.
She was taken away like an hour ago. It took you that long to find a phone charger?
No, maybe, yes.
Well, what do you say me, you, and the Koopas go out for a drink tonight, huh? To celebrate getting one of Mario's crew in jail.
What happened to you wanting to be one of the good guys? You shouldn't you be celebrating with them?
Nah. The little exposure I got to their personal lives made me realize that maybe we were never the bad guys after all. They all kind of sucked. I know I was I was telling you to shut up a lot in there.
Yeah, you were.
But you believed in me when no one else would. You stayed on the call for the entire team when I was running around the mansion. You're the one who gave me the idea to even start running around in the first place, telling me to investigate and all that. There's a little bit of silence on the other side of the line. Goomba sounds like he's a little choked up. You're a real friend, Goomba.
Yeah, I know. Of course I am, boss. You are too.
How about those drinks, huh?
Only if you're buying.
Good ending. Daisy arrested. Well, there you have it. The Mario Party, a real murder mystery. And in fact, I think we were kind of right from the very beginning. We didn't have the motive right at all. That was completely new. But all those little suspicions, we got it. It was Daisy. Very, very good. Very, very intriguing. I like how all the stories are like intertwined, and it could literally be Peach or Rosalina or Daisy, but you gotta pay attention to the clues. So hopefully you enjoyed this murder mystery. Thank you all so much for watching. LiNX 4 out.